Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's Seth Johnson, the dude, coming at you again. I don't know what I'm doing. It's a cold, wet, rainy day here in Missouri, and I have nothing going, so I figured I'd give you a video. Okay, just try not to be too damn hateful, because I've got nothing going for me at the moment. So I'm out here in the shop, just going through my tools because I am a toolaholic. I've got more tools, and I'm gonna keep getting more. Alright, don't judge me. Uh, so I was thinking, what kind of video do I want to pump out for y'all? And I'll looking for some ideas, and I saw some people doing some home tours, homeowner type stuff. Now, I'm not a homeowner at the moment, but I was for like 7 or 8 years before I moved up here. I had my own house, and I did my own upkeep when I wasn't shit-faced. 2 years sober. So I got my general purpose toolbox here, and so there are tools in here that I don't think a homeowner needs. It's stuff I know how to use, stuff that I do use, but there's other tools in here that need to come out because I had them in here. I went to a church work day where we helped maintain the church facilities. Yeah, I'm a church goer, I bet you didn't know that. Yeah, I see you over there judging. So, these are the tools I would say you need. These are the tools I wish I had thought of getting when I had my own home, and hopefully someday in the future I have my own place again. That was the most amazing thing, is to own your own house. And if you have just bought your own house, congratulations. That is something to be proud of. Although the bills are coming to get you, but it's worth it. So I'm hoping me as a handyman, a Mr. Fixer, jack of all trades, master of none, is oftentimes better than the master of one. Hopefully I can help y'all out. So getting into my toolbox, I got tools in here you don't need. You don't need a wallpaper scraper. You don't need a square. This is a maybe, a 5-in-1. Maybe. Maybe you need it, maybe you don't, maybe, but a 5-in-1, I would say, it doesn't hurt to have it. It's not a requirement. What is a requirement is a hammer. Now, let me be clear about this. A hammer. This is a 20-ounce hyper tough, probably costs like $15 at Walmart. You don't need something like this massive, but you don't need something this big, but you don't need something like I got down here in my mechanic box. Let me get it out real quick. Like this. Okay, this is a little, I don't even know, 7-ounce hammer. Okay, this is what you use to teach your kids, son wants to go to work with daddy and just wants to hit the 2x4. That's what, now this is useful. I use this for persuading small parts on small engines. That's why it's in my mechanic box. What you don't need is something like this. This here is a 25-ounce waffle face framing hammer from Pittsburgh, Harbor Freight. You don't, unless you're doing, okay, I work with a contractor. We do all kinds of crap. This comes in handy for large jobs. you could get away with this. This is what I recommend. This is simple. A 14 ounce will do you. My hammers are heavy because I have gorilla grips. Okay, that's why I have a heavy hammer. If you're gonna be, I guarantee you. I know I have another set in here. I guarantee that you're going to be putting your own furniture together. And so you're probably going to need these. These are Allen keys. This is my nuts tell you to get it. Allen keys, standard and metric. I can't remember which is metric, standard. You'd be amazed at how cheap IKEA furniture has become. The packs like this, and I had it in my hand later, come with the Torx set, and believe it or not, there's some furniture that I have assembled have called for Torx, and you can get this is again cheap Walmart Hyper Tough. I don't think anything in my toolbox is expensive. Just so you know. So I'm probably the guy you want to take notes from. It's a Hyper Tough Walmart. You get all three of these in one pack. This is probably the most expensive thing in my toolbox. That's a Klein's 11-in-1. You can. I don't want to say you can get away with this because sometimes. It's just simple. I don't know. I bought these like 20s, a pack of 20, 15 or something screwdrivers. This is your standard number one, number two. Your number twos, flat and Phillips or slided, whatever you call it. There's a Pittsburgh brand. You can get them set of 15. Different sizes. You also want to get stuff. I don't even know what mine are now. They'll pop up here eventually somewhere. Your little miniature ones. You want to get your precision screwdrivers. Is what I was listening to say. Because if you're gonna be having your own house, and you're gonna have the white picket fence bullshit. You're gonna need precision screwdrivers when little Johnny runs up to you. Daddy, my toy batteries, it's not working. It died. You're gonna need these to get the battery out of this box. You don't need linemen's, but I will say you will need these. Tongue and groove pliers. I hate it when they call them channel lock. Channel lock is a brand of tongue and groove pliers. In my box, I carry, I believe these are 12 inches and 8 inches. Don't quote me on that. Because, there's two kinds of waters that break: your wife and your sink. And you want to be able to fix at least one of those, okay? You can't fix the broken water on a wife. You can't unscrew that shit. I hope you're getting a laugh over there. Next thing, no particular order again. I don't know if I said that. Tape measure. If you're not as bright as I am, if you are as dim as I am, you can get them with the fractions, which this is dirty because it's been used I don't know how long. I have this one and I have another one, Hyper Tough. Both of these are 25 feet. You don't need 25 feet. You can get away with 12 as a homeowner. It's rare that any new homeowner has a ceiling over 6-7 feet tall. So, and wall space 12 feet max at the longest wall, maybe less. You know, maybe you're living in a 4x4 cell. In that case, I don't know how you're watching this. So, yeah. That's a must. So we've got hammer, screwdrivers, and pliers. This is a hard one to say. I would go and get it if it was me. You don't have to. If you've got the pliers, the tongue and groove pliers, these really aren't necessary. But sometimes you're gonna need the crescent wrench. And I have in my box, I have a 12-inch. You don't need a 12-inch. An 8 and a 6. This is probably what I'd tell you to get. An 8 and a 6. As a homeowner, that's probably all you're gonna need. Again, if you've got these, but these are easier to come by than these because they come in so many sizes. I mean, they come in some that go from the floor to my shoulder, and I'm 6'2". So these you really ain't gonna need if you've got these. Of course, some kind of blade. This here is a Stanley 10-499. Just a utility knife. Most people these days have pocket knives, even me. And I'm not even going to work. I've got I have a pocket knife, but I also have a utility knife, and I'll probably just cut the piss out of my finger. We'll know if it starts bleeding. So, in this department, I think I got this in a set. I'm not sure. Let me look real quick. Yeah. So, sometimes you can get these 3 in a pack. You get your cutters, your dikes, your wire cutters, your snippers, whatever you call them, your needle nose, and your slip joint pliers, your common pliers, as I call them. You can get these packed of 3. That'll be, and some of these. I know that a pair of my right here. I know that if you go to Walmart, you can get these in a pack. So you get these 3 in one pack, and these 2 in another pack, and you'll have what you need. Unless you're like me, everything's big, so you know it's up for your hoo-hoo. You gotta compensate. I'm kidding. God, I'm full of bad jokes today. Yeah. Common slip joints, needle nose, and cutters. I don't know why I have 2 pairs of cutters in this box, but I do. You don't need vice grips. I will say that. You don't need vice grips. I don't know. Probably from that boy's day. Unless you know what you're doing, steer from electrical work. Unless you know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, don't do it. Okay? Because there's YouTube videos you can watch and figure it out. But if you're not confident in yourself, that's why they say don't try this at home, and they say it for a good reason. A level, of course, I will tell you, a level comes in handy just for hanging a picture. If you can't, eye the mark, then you would need a level, a hyper level. If it was, here's the thing, I know people are going to go, you're just a cheap little bastard. Well, if it works, guess what, buddy? It works. Of course, I know we all have lights on our flashlight, but sometimes you can't go wrong with just, having a flashlight by itself where you can use your phone for something else. Um, you wouldn't need sizzle, a dead blow. You wouldn't need a dead blow. I don't think I have anything else that you would need in the hand tool department. I don't think I've got anything. If you're a new homeowner, chances are you've already broke the bank just buying the house. And you probably ain't going to have a whole lot of money to blow on anything else. So, if you can find power tools that does not cost an arm and a leg, I'd say go for it. But if you can't, don't do it. Just don't do it. One other thing I would say, nut driving. Just a simple nut driver. It doesn't have to be nothing fancy. Yeah. So let me get this squared away, and I'll give you another view. So there you go. This is what I would say is a stencil for a homeowner. So you would have your channel lock, your tongue and groove, 11-in-1. Because let me tell you, anything you can get that is a multi-tool, go for it. Something to cut with, level, Allen keys, standard, metric, and then Torx. 5-in-1 is not a must, but I mean, it's a whole lot cheaper, especially if you get a good one. It's a lot cheaper than having to buy a set of scissors and when you have to scrape shit off the wall. A hammer, flashlight, adjustable wrenches, at least the 6 and the 8. You don't need a big 12, but number 2, number 1, Phillips and slotted, and of course your wire cutters, standard pliers, a needle nose, a nut driver, and of course a tape measure. That is my recommendations. So I hope that helped some of y'all out. Again, let me know what you have in your toolbox for your home needs. I'm curious to hear if you have these or something different in its place. Because I know that I put a lot of good work in on some of these, especially this 5-in-1. I mean, that thing's seen better days. This hammer got the club beat out of it. But this is the first hammer I ever personally bought with my money because I needed a hammer. And I know that's probably the first thing some of y'all are going to buy is a hammer. Without a doubt. Because I know that's the first thing I bought. If you have any questions about tools, feel free to let me know. Comments below. I will get back to you. Maybe you'll wind up giving me some ideas for future content. As far as keeping tools, I know I didn't touch on that. I've got toolboxes. I've got 1, 2, 3 toolboxes. and a tool bag. You can always go for a bucket with one of those tool organizers, what do they call it, bucket buddies or something. Yeah, you can go for a simple tool bag like this. This one holds all my random tools, clamps, and pliers that I do not use. Yeah. So yeah. So this is a Craftsman tool bag. My general purpose toolbox, again, is this one right here. This is a Craftsman. My carpentry toolbox is a 2 boxes in one. Sometimes it wants to go ape crap on me. And of course I have, man, I don't know why that's there. My mechanic. There's also another Craftsman box. You've got a bunch of options for storing your tools. It's all a matter of preference. Me, going on a job, I'm going to be there all day, I'd rather have a box. That's why my general purpose is a box and not a bag. But if you're just going somewhere for like a couple of hours, take what you need, get a little bag right there. Especially new homeowners, it doesn't hurt to start with a small bag. I don't know how big this bag is, it was given to me. That's really all you need is a small bag, and it'll do the rest. Again, I would say Craftsman, because it's as reliable as you're gonna get without booking the bank, which you probably already booked the bank when you bought your house. Just saying. So that's my answer. I'm sticking to it. And I'm going to stop before I keep rambling because Lord knows I got no one to talk to and I'm just going to talk.